What's going on, guys? Spartan Millie here, and welcome to episode 11 of our Motorsport Manager Rebuilding Ferrari F1 2020 mod series. Okay, so this is our second episode of our sort of Christmas triple header. We're going to go straight in with Austria. I actually recorded the last episode yesterday, so I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. It's Christmas in 30 minutes for me, but we've got our near rear wing coming in 4 days. We might not be able to get it on the car because we're running a bit behind, because I still angry with myself that I wasn't working on the front wing when I should have been, but we're just gonna have to let it go, aren't we? As we just before we come back, oh no, it did finish. Okay. So we just brought in the new rear wing. How's it looking? It looks good. That is looking decent. What do we need for this race? Is a front wing or rear wing more important? Front wing. Okay, so we'll work on this front wing. So that way we'll have 2 new front wings to use. So if you look here, Daniel Ricciardo is already using it. We'll give... Who's the better driver? That's a massive gap between those two. I'm sorry, I'm giving it to Ricciardo, because Ricciardo's doing much better in the championship. Leclerc's race starts ruin it for me, but we'll get a new front wing as well, so we can give that to Leclerc or whatever. We'll see. Let's do that one. Just get rid of the build time. Exact same front wing. That way it'll be equal and decent. Where does that put us in the front wing now? Still third. All right. So we'll work on the rear wing at the end of the next race. So we'll just sort of skip forward. F2's got a sim. Come on, game, move it along. They're halfway through the season. That being said, we are also halfway through the season. Of course, there's 22 races, and we're on race 11. What's this? So I think we can pay to choose a vote. All right, we'll do that. What do we want? So we can choose anything we want to add into the sport. I can go high merit payments. So then we get more money for finishing near the top. I think that's probably a decent idea. Yep, so we're going to go with high merit payments just because, you know, it benefits us, yeah. Highly ranked team, so we'll just chuck it through. We got the $1 million to spend anyway. I had a decent look. I was thinking about chucking in something crazy, but I don't know, we want to keep the racing pretty pure. Like, we don't want race sprinklers and stuff. That's where it gets a bit out of hand. But that being said, you know what we do by now. I'm going to go ahead and do practice, and I'll see you for qualifying. Okay, here we are for qualifying. And do we remember this track from earlier? I think it was Netherlands. The Dutch GP, we were here. I think it might be a different layout, surely. But we have actually been to this track. Obviously, there's only so many tracks in the game. So they have a 22 race season, and we need to repeat sometimes. So yeah, qualifying super softs. It is going to be wet today. It's been on and off. In practice, it was really annoying. I was sort of mucking around with the setups, but I just all of a sudden just hit this nail on the head. So that was good. We're not going to go out yet. There's no point in going out until the last possible moment. So a lap around here probably takes about a minute and a half. So if we literally just go out with 2 to 2.5 minutes, then we'll be right. We're not on track, Danny, because we don't need to be on track, mate. Honestly, you'd think they'd know by now. We don't go out unless we have to go out. Yeah. So anyway, if you're watching this on Christmas, then I hope you're having a lovely Christmas. Spend it with family, or you know, as much as you can. I know it's tough at the moment, depending on where you are in the world. Down here in Australia, we're relatively restriction free. I usually have a low-key Christmas anyway, just with the fam. So you know, not much change from me. We usually see the fam before actually Christmas Day. So, but yeah, you know, I hope you're making the most out of it wherever you are. Stay strong, we'll get over it eventually. Hopefully this vaccine's decent, but on the way out here to set a fast lap. I do like this track, it looks nice with the trees. It's just a bit hard to follow the cars, isn't it? So we need a decent lap here, lads, but I think we'll be right. We actually timed that to perfection. We're going to get a good lap. We probably could have gone on unused super softs, but that's fine. That's fine, as long as we only use one set of tyres. Ricardo drove his set of super softs into the ground. Like, I was still driving it when it started raining and everything, because I really wanted that level 3 super soft, like, bonus. But, yeah, so no rain this session, so you already know the drill. We'll probably be able to send him out for 2 laps. Send him out and then send out Charles on the fresh tyres. Maybe we can muck around with the downforce, but we don't really want to muck around, just in case. On the flying laps now. Come on lads, a good enough lap and we won't even need to go out again, but I have a feeling we're only 0.8 of a second off Hamilton. That is decent. We've actually set some decent laps there, lads. We don't need to go out again. So this last 6 minutes we'll just let tick by. We won't need to go out. There's no way that Norris and stuff are chopping half a second off. It's alright. You don't need to do another lap, boys. You don't need it. I don't know. It's hard to dictate pace, but right now we're looking alright. Where are we again? Red Bull Ring, Austria. Usually the Red Bulls are decent here, but they're well off the pace. Well, Albon is, but that's nothing new really. Obviously, it's not the real Red Bull Ring. Look at the pit lane, man. It looks magnificent. But yeah, like I said earlier, we'll just coast through. Bottas is first in Q2, but Hamilton will get pole. I'll put the house on it. Hamilton is a joke in this game. McLaren's struggling. Really struggling, even though they have the 3rd best car in grid apparently. I don't see it. I really don't see it, but we'll take qualifying for Q3 here, obviously. And rain, you know what rain means. If there's a dry spell, we could be on pole. Boys, don't get too excited, but this could be a pole position. Look at it. Come on, it's basically a replica of Q1. We could get pole. Well, if Hamilton, Bottas, and both Red Bulls... Look at that, it's 2 Mercs, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Renaults, 2 Ferraris, and 2 Racing Points. That's incredible. I think it's the first time this season. They're all in like a perfect line as well until they started setting laps. How dare they? Pretty boring qualifying session. I know. It's absolutely boring. We're just sitting in the garage. Or the garage if you're from the UK, sorry. Sitting in the garage, eating some pasta. That was a terrible accent. Alright, come on. We have to go out. About 2.5 minutes. We'll go out there. Most of my audience is actually from the UK, which... That's why I post at the times I do. For me, it's like 11 o'clock at night and 3 in the morning. And but hey, YouTube analytics tells you a lot. And you can just schedule it, so it's really, you know, it's easy as. But we got 1 lap. Can we get pole? I don't know about pole, but we could have a decent quali. Hang on. Here we go. Come on, lads. If we're ever going to go on pole, it's now. But I think everyone sort of did the same thing. Yeah, okay. Pole, not even close, but at least it's not 9th and 10th. 7th and 8th, it is what it is. Bottas will get pole, so I lost the house. I put the house on Hamilton, and that's gone. So I am not a very good gambler. Oh, and Will Buxton's roasting us. I've been absolutely roasted in social media. That racing trim is shocking, because we just couldn't do it. We're not even going to worry about the racing trim with Leclerc. And you know what, we're going to ditch it for Ricardo too. 5% is really not good enough. Looks like we're going to have a dry race though, so that's good. That's good to hear. Really happy about that, I guess. Do we have 70 laps today? Oh, 70 laps is so many laps, man. We're going to have to speed through it. Anyway, we're going to onboard 7th place Ricardo here. We need a good race today, lads. Bad start from Leclerc, we're used to that. Ricardo got a slow start too. He's straight away under pressure by Ocon. Chuck it in 2 times here. Down the inside of Albon, beautifully done. Very high speed. Leclerc's trash in 12th, 13th now even. Under pressure here from Sainz. Going down one of the straights, I don't know which straight. Ooh, that top 5 is feisty. Going on to the start-finish straight here, starting the second lap. Too many obstructions at this track. Leclerc's making his way up, pulling him back into where he started. We'll glide past Perez, nicely done by Danny Rick with that new front wing, and he'll get past Alonso, which is first time this season we've been able to challenge Alonso. I mean, I lie. Alonso's been a rival for us this season. Remember, he pipped us when we ran out of fuel, and we pipped him when he ran out of fuel. Beautifully done. But now we're chasing the 2 Mercs, and we're still pushing. I just remembered that. I was like, why the hell are we so fast? And I realised, because we're going balls to the wall. That would be why, wouldn't it? I'm under pressure here from Alonso. I'm just trying to get this race over. Like, we've got 70 laps at 1:30, which is ridiculous. Like 1:30 time. The lap numbers are a bit out of whack. Like, some races are really short, like Azerbaijan, that was stupid. And this race is really long. But anyway, we'll cope with it. Alonso is just a different breed this season. He is so good. He's a different class. But Ricciardo chugging along in 5th place. We're just sort of trying to keep the tyres within the optimal range, which is what we want to do. We're also conserving their life on them, getting some fuel up. Leclerc's defending 9th place from Esteban Ocon. We're fighting the Renaults in every front at the moment, which is what we want to be doing. They're in 3rd place. Right now we're doing pretty even. We do want to get Renault by the end of the season. 3rd place is definitely on the cards. We want to be pushing Red Bull and Merc next season for sure. Ricciardo is still comfortably in 5th. We can push a little bit harder on the tyres now. Leclerc looks to push away from Ocon. We'll jump back on board Ricciardo. Alonso's gone. He's down the road well and truly. Pushing on Hamilton almost. Bottas still out in front. I'm proud of him. And this tyre heating's ridiculous. Don't worry yet, Leclerc. We don't need to pit yet. I don't know what tyre we're going next. Is it just mediums? I don't believe in mediums. Do we 2-stop? I think I'd rather 2-stop and go on a super soft than a soft than go on the mediums. You just see, as soon as you go on the mediums, you drop down here. The mediums for a racing tyre is shocking. And as a qualifying tyre. They're just a slow tyre. They're for the durability. But it's unnecessary durability. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why I'm attacking this medium tyre. You'd think it's like done something personal to me, but no, I'm just an aggressive person. I'm Australian, mate. What do you expect? Strap on a super softs. We're definitely doing a 2-stop. Just pit. We'll keep it balanced. I'm feeling a bit risky today. Attack, attack, attack on the way in. Sam G. Leclerc. Cook those tyres. Absolutely cook them, mate. I know pit Leclerc. Chuck him on the same strategy. Looking Ricciardo on those fresh tyres. I want to watch Ricciardo. Leclerc's about to pit. Oh, we'll switch him back to Leclerc in a minute anyway because he's pitting. Yes, we know. 4-second mistake, not good enough. I'm over the mistakes, man. The mechanics are pissing me off so much. How hard is it to do your job? I know it's super quick and everything, but come on. And these tyres are heating like nothing I've ever seen. We're putting some serious pressure on Norris here, who's still got a pit stop to make. See, the mediums are stupid. Like, he's on half-dead mediums, and we're about to catch him. And he's still got to stop anyway. I've had a pit stop. I mean, we started, like, way ahead of him, to be fair, but my point stands. We got Perez coming up behind us. We've got to deal with Norris now, Danny Rick. Chill out then. If you're not going to get past him, save some resources. Leclerc's battling down there for some reason. Oh, Esteban Ocon's crashed out. How on earth? So what, he just span out in the gravel and just retired. Fair enough, he must have got beached or something. But Danny Ricciardo still can't get to Norris. And we're going to get under pressure here from Perez. I just can't push because I don't have the tyres. Maybe that soft's a decent tyre to push on, probably. We'll be on that next, so it's really fun. For now, we've got the performance boost and the super soft, so, and that is by law the fastest tyre from the selection. It just means that when they heat up so quick that you can conserve and make them last longer, but they can't push as much, obviously, or else they overheat. But Norris is a pain in the butt. He's up there. He's just gone. Is he pushing hard or something? The form is so broken. It's such a broken mechanic. It doesn't even like represent anything. Just go high there. Like it says Norris is driving at a 1.5. Like that's really low. It's ridiculously low. Yet he's like how many seconds in front of us on 2 compounds harder? Like yeah, right, mate. And this has been a bit of a useless stint on the super softs. We're just going to lose heaps of time here, Ricardo. But what choice did we have? I wasn't going on the mediums. That was the only choice. Go on the mediums or have a second pit stop. So we definitely made the right choice with the second pit stop. And Roman Grosjean's crashed out, and there's cars flying out here at Austria. Looks like he's actually maybe touched a wall, maybe not by the car, but by his position on the track, it makes me think he's at least had some close call with the wall. Before Esteban Ocon just sort of spun out on the sand. I think it's sand, I don't know. You don't really see many sand traps in F1. I know there's one in the Oz GP in real life, but I don't know. There's probably heaps. I'm just being an absolute brainlet, but from memory, top of my head, it's mostly gravel traps and grass. But anyway, back to the race. What's going on? I'm tuning out a little bit, but we're defending with Perez, and we're finally catching up to Norris. But at what cost? It's too late. I'm over this fight with Perez. Come on. The Racing Point is so far behind us in the championship, it's not funny. Don't even get me started on the McLaren that we're struggling to overtake. Danny Rick's not had a good race. We've just been struggling to get any heat in these tyres. And we're over the halfway point in this race now, and we're just going to bring Ricardo in now. I'm over the slowness on the... Just go safe, we can't afford another time mistake, honestly. You attack Leclerc, you're coming in after. Leclerc's annoyed me as well. He's been doing absolutely nothing. Alright, stop in the race. Alright, we've switched. I'm just such an aggressive motorsport manager. Leclerc's done nothing but drive that car around in circles. He's smashing those tyres into the ground, so we like to see. With 31 laps to go. Here he comes, out he goes, no mistake this time. Actually good pit stop for safe. And these tyres are just as bad on the overheating side of things. Hopefully in neutral though it doesn't overheat. It sort of stays the same. I don't know, we're both in the points now and we're not stopping again. So the mediums are below us, so we've got no one behind us. Hopefully someone in front of us has to pit again, but I'm being a bit optimistic there. No, Sainz will have to pit. So will Norris. Norris still has to pit, so we're going to stay within Norris's pit window. Perez will probably have to pit as well, now that I look at it. So yeah, we could there's still potential. For sure, don't write us off. Don't write us off, we could still get P6, I don't know. This race has been boring as. There's been a couple crash outs, but it's been... There needs to be a bit more contact. There usually is in the lower, like Formula 3 and stuff. There's quite a bit of argy-bargy, but Norris pits, but Leclerc is not there. Norris is just going on to another set of mediums. What a lunatic. What's the AI thinking there? One, you're not allowed to do that. You have to use 2 tyre compounds, but obviously that's not enforced in the game because he's just done it. And Lance Stroll goes up in a puff of smoke. His front wing's in the ground. The Lord knows what he's done there. It's quite a nasty one, actually. But anyway, what was I talking about? Something. Yeah, that they went on 2 mediums, and these tyres are just really annoying. And Sainz has lost so much time. So much time. Like, he's got to pit now, or else... I feel like Sainz was challenging us, but now he's definitely not. But he's going to come out right behind Leclerc, which is bloody pain. So Leclerc's in a McLaren sandwich. Perez will pit. So if Leclerc was just a little bit faster, he'd be right behind Ricciardo right now, but beggars can't be choosers. We'll take it, I suppose. We should watch on board Ricciardo. You know what? It's fine. If we can get within that Alonso pit window, that'll be alright. Just get past him. That Alfa Romeo needs to back off. And Leclerc gets overtaken by that McLaren, which is disappointing, to say the least. Why are we not fast today? I will never know. But 17 laps to go. We're winding down the laps. Look, it's a race. We haven't had a good race in a while. Perez crashed out. Amazing. Well, that's fixed up this race a little bit. That's going to be a safety car, surely. I don't know how they clear the track when it's like right in the middle of the sand, but anyway. We won't look too far into it. That's the second time that's happened. Someone's just crashed into the invisible sand barrier. That's the most DNS we've had this season, which is... So look at that. We've had an extra pit stop and we're a minute in front of them. What the hell? That medium tyre is shit. Sorry. Profanity. The medium tyre is rubbish. Alex Albon there on the medium. We could push him. He's on the medium tyre. We're just talking about that, actually. We could get him. Verstappen's still got a box up there. Maybe even Hamilton. I don't know. 9 laps. Yeah, you can attack. You can attack Albon, I guess. I'm sort of tuned out of this race, to be honest. Come on. Oh, they already boxed. So Bottas will win this race. No doubt about it. I'm not going to say put the house on it because I've already lost the house in qualifying when I said Hamilton was going to win. Safety car. Alex Albon has crashed out the race. Whew. That's not great. I'd rather he stayed in the race. And do I pit? Nah. I don't want to lose track position. Do we put on the super softs? This is a massive decision. It's just not one I wanted to make, though, is it? You know what? Risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Surely, if we strap on... Oh, stop. Calm down. May as well double stack. I mean, we're risking track position, but... You know, it's... No, we're not even risking track position. It's fine. Now we're going to be on a much faster and harder, much newer tyre and softer. So that worked. That was a great bit of strategy. We got fuel to burn. Hopefully Leclerc can catch up. We could be on for an even better result than the Renaults. Yeah, we're there. So, because of course they lost Ocon, and both racing points are out now. So, and a Red Bull. So if we can get Alonso as well. Heading to garage. Uh-oh. That was a quick safety car. So I don't know where Alex Albon crashed or why they decided to bring out the safety car there, but first time. Yeah, Leclerc is catching up now. Alright, here we go. Attack, attack, attack. Nobody crash out though. Like out of us two. Who cares if like someone else crashes out? But here you go, Daniel Ricciardo. He's lapping a lot of cars, but not really doing much. But Leclerc down the road. He's got signs, he knows how to do it. I think we just attack to the checkered flag. Who cares if the tyres overheat, you know what I mean? Yeah, I reckon we do that. Just try and put pressure on Alonso. Tyres won't even be overheated for that long. But a bit of excitement at the end of this race. Might be able to get Alonso. Leclerc should get signs, but I don't think he will. If we can get Alonso, it could put us in a decent closing of the gap. We don't care about tyre temps. We went over this. Just push like there's no tomorrow. Driver mistake. You're kidding. This is what happens when you push there's no tomorrow. Alright, just keep going. It's alright, lads. It's alright. Just... Yeah, science does need... Yes! We got science. Yeah, boys. That's it. Important, decent end to the race there. We did well there. Beautiful, lads. That's what we want to do. We took advantage of that safety car. I wasn't even sure I was going to do that, but I'm so happy I did. We pulled off a 3 stop today, lads. We were the only ones that pitted under the safety car, which is bizarre. The AI's had a bit of a stinker there. I was worried we were going to lose track position, but we really didn't. Because obviously you have to go so much slower under the safety car, even though if there's no safety car there, you have to watch your delta and stuff. So, yeah, overall, look how far ahead they are. It's just like 200 points to Red Bull. It's ridiculous. So a weird race in Austria, a lot of crashing out in the middle of sand. Like there was just cars crashing out of nowhere, and eventually the safety car came out, which it probably should have come out earlier. To be honest, we came second in that race weekend, which is decent. Probably behind Merck because Red Bull lost Albon. So front wing has been built. So we now have 2 equal front wings, which is great to see. We'll build the next part. We'll probably be... we did have the best brakes at the start of the season. Now Red Bull and Merck are overtaking us. So that just goes to show what the development's like. Rear wing. Let's do rear wing. Just tack on that. Our rear wing sucks. Let's not build a rear wing. Let's build another gearbox. Let's start looking towards next season's gearbox. So we're going to build some risky as parts. So yeah, just chuck as much of it on as possible. There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, we've got 10 emails here. We're popular as. Yep. Accept interview. Okay, yeah, L1 is over. Nah, L1's alright. I don't care. I'm not going to get into real life L1. He blames rivals. Who did he blame? I think it was pure Gasly. Oh my days, that's funny as. If it was anyone but pure Gasly. I think someone's a bit bitter, mate. Anyway, enough crapping on L1. There's not a driver I personally hate in the grid. I'm just going to say that right now. Anyway, next up we have Silverstone for our last episode of the Christmas triple header. So make sure to tune in for that one. I hope you enjoyed this race. It was a bit of a long one, but you know, had a bit of a big ending. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for watching.